It's Curtis Jackson again. I promote vitamin water the best.
Vitamin water!
Vitamin Water was founded in 1996 by Darius Bykov.
Darius Bykov, founder and CEO of Vitamin Water, and a guy we've gotten to know right here on The Big Idea. Welcome back, sir.
He came up with the idea after feeling run down and taking some vitamin C tablets with water. As he was sucking that vitamin C tablet and drinking that vitamin water, he had a thought that could have come from Atlanta legend Future himself. What if I could enjoy these two things at the same damn time? So he founded Energy Brands and started trading under the name Glosso. Bykov had a hard time during his come up. He had absolutely no experience manufacturing beverages. He also was going through a messy divorce and bankruptcy proceedings at this time, not dissimilar from 50 Cent. But by 2001, he'd turned things around and he was now being stocked in around 4,000 stores in the New York area. He said that staying in New York actually allowed him to fly under the radar of many big drinks manufacturers at the time. But Vitamin Water hasn't been without its controversy. There's been several allegations and even lawsuits that it's unethical for the company to position itself as a healthy vitamin drink when it essentially contains a third of your daily allowance of sugar. But that's none of my business. He eventually sold a 30% stake to LVMH, which, if you don't know, is the conglomerate of Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy, run by billionaire Bernard Arnault, who is actually who Soulja Boy named his 2011 EP after. Those shares were actually swapped between countries several different times and eventually ended up in the hands of car manufacturer and indigenous land stealer Tata. Fitness buff 50 Cent was actually inspired after seeing a bottle of vitamin water at a gym in LA. At the time, he was trying to drink 8 glasses of water a day, but couldn't do it because apparently water is too bloody boring. Considering how much sugar there is in these things, if he was drinking 8 of these a day, I'm surprised he didn't also come out with the G-Unit branded insulin needle. 50 is also famous for being a teetotal non-drinker, and apparently he was very enthused about promoting a non-alcoholic drink, which I can assume is also to atone for all of the crack that he sold before he was shot.
I sell drugs to the community.
Allegedly, this deal was set up proper by Chris Lighty, rest in peace, who was 50's now deceased ex-manager and business mogul. Lighty was actually known for setting rappers up in lucrative business deals, including the 1994 Sprite Tribe Called Quest ads.
When we had a thirst to dance, we did it all night. When we had a thirst to rhyme, we broke out the mics.
Chris actually worked on this Tribe Called Quest ad with a man called Rohan Oza.
Between you and coffee is me, so let's try and see if I can bring some caffeine to the mix here.
He was a marketing executive that around this time had actually just moved from Coca-Cola to Glosso in an attempt to try and take market share in the enhanced water space away from their biggest competitor, Pepsi. Rohan's amazing performance at Glosso was probably the biggest brand setback for Pepsi since they set Michael Jackson on fire. After seeing 50 Cent swig a bottle of vitamin water in a Reebok commercial as part of a deal that was allegedly worth $80 million, Rohan knew this would be an easy deal to make. In October 2004, Glosso decided to cut that check for Mr. 50 Cent, giving him a deal that was reportedly worth 10% of the company. At this point, his involvement with promoting the brand became pretty extensive. He appeared in a TV commercial with a symphony rendition of In Da Club, even with DJ Who Kid on the strings.
Sounds like he's integrated his hit into club. Extraordinary.
He put his Pimpin' Curly character from the Rick Ross beef to good use.
Yeah.
50 shouted out the brand in countless interviews and songs, and they even gave 50 his own grape flavor called Formula 50. Turns out this partnership was a huge success, and global sales for Glosso actually went from 100 million in 2005 to allegedly 7 million in 2007. These moves caught the attention of quite literally the biggest dogs in the beverage game, and on May the 25th, 2007, Coca-Cola decided to buy the company for $4.1 billion. This actually freed up Tata's 30% stake in the company for $1.2 billion, which I can only assume they used to go and purchase some land rather than stealing it. It also left Bykov as a billionaire with full control over his company as an autonomous brand underneath Coca-Cola. The terms of this deal have been shrouded in secrecy and covered in an NDA, but reportedly 50 Cent could have made anywhere from $50 million to $400 million from this deal. Of course, Chris Lighty, the taxman, and anybody else that was involved in this deal surely took a cut, but a commonly cited amount was around $150 million. Since the deal took place, 50 has been heard bragging about it on several songs, including his hit single, I Get Money. If you don't know, the quarter water that he shouts out in this song is actually 6 to 8 ounce mini bottles of flavored drink that used to be sold in bodegas. Legend has it that 50 actually saw the potential in vitamin water when he realized that it was a much more sophisticated, grown-up version of the quarter water. And he actually chose the grape flavor because this was the most popular flavor of quarter water in his hood.
Grape juice. Surprise, motherfuckers, you didn't know I knew about grape juice, did you?
During 50 Cent's Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings in 2015, 50 allegedly told the judge that he didn't want any of the details of his vitamin water deal coming out to the press. He claimed that if the details of this deal came public, it could potentially ruin his career. Some have suggested that he did this because he didn't want anyone to know that he actually got a much smaller sum than people seem to believe. On the other hand, his bankruptcy case was such a finesse, it's highly possible that he wanted to suppress this information because the number he got was huge and he didn't want people to know that either.
I'm myself now, I do what the fuck I want to do.
But there's also been rumors that 50 Cent was actually paid for this deal through a separate independent investment vehicle, which he may not have had to declare in his personal bankruptcy proceedings. But either way, the man who promised he would get rich or die trying lives to fight another day. I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure that you like and subscribe below. Hit that notification bell so you can see every single time I upload. And if you've been enjoying my work lately, I definitely recommend that you go and check out the Patreon account I've started. There's some really cool benefits on there that I think you will definitely like, and I would really appreciate your support so I can keep making these videos and hopefully I can upload more often. Thanks very much and peace out. Hey guys, I just wanted to add a quick update to the end of this video. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know I recently had a video called How Rick Ross Bankrupted 50 Cent, which was taken down seemingly by a copyright strike by 50 Cent and his team. Fortunately, as of yesterday, that situation has been resolved and we do have that video back up. But I just wanted to clear up a couple of things related to that video, just so that you know the full story. When I made that story, I was pretty aware that it was going to be kind of embarrassing for 50 Cent. I mean, it made both him and Rick Ross kind of look like clowns. But that's absolutely no excuse for copyright striking the video. Every single clip that was included in that video was covered under fair use. Nothing was used in excess of what is allowed by the law. So I always know that that case would eventually be won and I would be able to proceed with using that video as I'm allowed by the law. If you follow my channel really closely, you'll notice that my recent video, Why Diddy Slapped Drake, was also taken down due to a copyright claim by UMG. That, along with 2 other videos from my catalog, were also taken down this week, which is really unfair because those videos were textbook fair use and had absolutely nothing in them that would suggest that I'm infringing on people's copyrights outside of the law. A lot of people have also called me out in the comments for making a lot of quite negative stories about artists, and I think you'll be able to tell that from this video and that previous 50 Cent video, I recorded these two together because I really wanted to tell just kind of a fun, silly story about 50 Cent and his beef with Rick Ross that it did make him look pretty bad. But 50 Cent is actually someone that I really admire and I've always admired. I mean, I had a poster of the guy on my wall when I was growing up, so you can't say that I'm not really a 50 Cent fan. And I really wanted to make the effort when I was making that other story to also do something on him that was really positive. And it was always my plan to release this vitamin water immediately after the first 50 Cent video had been completed. Now, unfortunately, because of that copyright strike, I was basically completely unable to upload anything about 50 Cent out of pure fear that I was going to get another fraudulent takedown strike. And ultimately, if I get too many strikes, my channel will just get completely deleted from YouTube. So it's really unfortunate that I've had to wait so long to show this to you, but I just wanted to make it really clear that I'm not here to just make negative stories about rappers and musicians or people that have been kind of involved in the street life. I just want to tell the stories that are the most interesting, the most funny, and the most entertaining. Some of those are going to be really negative, like the story on why YNW Melly shot up a school, but some of them are going to be really positive, like the story about how Frank Ocean was able to pull off a $20 million finesse on Def Jam. I hope that is a really good explanation of like what's going on with my channel at the moment and where my head's at with all of these videos. I'm going to keep coming with content constantly for you guys. I'm going to keep growing my channel. I'm going to keep telling my stories, and I really appreciate everybody that's been supporting so far. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure that you like and subscribe below. Hit the notification bell so you can see every single time I upload. Also, make sure that you go and cop one of these lovely Trap Law Ross t-shirts. I'll leave a link in the description to my web store so that you can rep the brand and keep supporting the channel. Until next time, thanks for watching and peace out.